Before you even open your mouth to say hello, your success in a social interaction has already been calculated. Studies on human attraction show that judgments regarding your trustworthiness, your competence, and your overall appeal are cemented in exactly 1/10 of a second. Once that initial fraction of a second passes, the brain locks in a rigid baseline. You can deliver the most engaging, flawlessly executed conversation imaginable, but overcoming a negative initial calculation is incredibly difficult. This happens because the brain relies on a rapid visual heuristic. In that split second, it isn't analyzing your charming personality or your career ambitions. It is instantly processing your visual aesthetic and your grooming habits to make a rapid-fire survival assessment. This diagram illustrates that neurological scan. The brain rapidly sweeps across your visual presentation, searching for biological indicators of threat, status, and health. A deliberate, well-maintained hairstyle clears these neurological checks instantly, signaling high competence and categorizing you as a positive presence. Securing this initial visual baseline completely eliminates the need for rehearsed conversational tactics, giving you the runway to be purely, comfortably authentic. Moving past that successful first impression requires real confidence, and true confidence operates as a quiet sense of self-assuredness rather than loud arrogance. This animated map outlines the next critical step: reading the room. You have to evaluate the environment before approaching. You're looking to see if someone is celebrating in a tight-knit group, occupied with a specific task, or simply enjoying a quiet solo moment. If you spot a solo opportunity, you can deploy the drink whisperer approach. By utilizing specific knowledge of the venue, you can offer a highly relevant, genuine recommendation, like a specific cocktail or appetizer, to break the ice naturally. Alternatively, you can use the keen observer approach. This involves identifying a specific, unique detail about the subject, such as a piece of jewelry, a distinct style choice, or the book they are reading, and delivering an authentic compliment about their individuality. By combining strong spatial awareness with sharp observation, you shift the burden of the approach from nervous, rehearsed pickup lines to genuine situational engagement. Once the conversation begins, active listening becomes your primary tool. Research demonstrates that active listening serves as a biological mechanism for building foundational trust. Executing this requires a specific dual action. You yield the floor entirely to let the subject speak freely, while simultaneously deploying targeted follow-up questions to maintain their conversational momentum. This phase also demands absolute digital discipline. Keeping a mobile phone visible or glancing at a screen instantly signals a lack of presence and immediately shatters the connection. If the interaction starts to feel slightly rigid, injecting lighthearted humor acts as a natural pressure release valve. A well-timed, simple joke eliminates lingering tension and resets the mood. This graphic demonstrates the process of finding common ground. As you listen, you map out shared hobbies or relatable anecdotes, actively searching for the exact data points where your interests intersect. Sustaining an engaging conversation is rarely about talking more. It is about creating an engaged, continuous feedback loop of strict presence and shared interests. Even as that verbal loop continues, your physical posture and nonverbal cues are constantly broadcasting data. Eye contact plays a highly precise role. Maintaining it signals attentiveness and confidence to the brain, but you have to break it occasionally to strictly avoid aggressive, uncomfortable staring. You can also utilize mirroring as a subconscious structural tool. Subtly reflecting a subject's posture or energy levels rapidly accelerates their sense of comfort and builds unspoken rapport. This diagram shows the mechanics of an open posture. You must actively avoid crossed arms or slouching. An open, symmetrical stance physically projects approachability and keeps defensive barriers down. Perfectly aligned nonverbal communication secures and protects the initial trust established during that first split second of the interaction. Social interactions are built to foster genuine connections. This means that if a conversation feels forced or the spark simply isn't there, it must be gracefully abandoned. Executing a respectful exit involves clear, simple mechanics. You make a polite excuse, express gratitude by thanking them for their time, and depart immediately to preserve a highly positive impression. Navigating the complexities of social dynamics all stems from a single primary directive. Immaculate grooming, particularly a sharp hairstyle, wins that high-stakes 1/10 of a second biological window. Winning that first fraction of a second is the singular action that affords you the runway to be observant, present, and totally authentic for the rest of the night. Mastering this precise chronology transforms approaching someone at a bar from an anxiety-inducing gamble into a grounded, deliberate architecture of connection. Subscribe to Da Dude.